Hi there. This is my first post to the Objectivist forum, and I'd like to start off with a question. And it's simply, how does Objectivism morally justify the correctness of self-interest in all circumstances, not just 80 or 90% or 99% of the time, but how is self-interest morally justifiable 100% of the time? And I can illustrate this question with a bit of a scenario here. So here's my example. A CEO of a major pharmaceutical company is awarded a $10 million bonus for achieving record sales. But in order to finance this bonus, the company has to raise its prices on a lot of its life-saving drugs, and as a consequence, some of its customers have to go without basic essentials in order to afford their medicine. So by accepting this bonus, is the CEO acting morally? Now, I've studied Objectivism in Ayn Rand, and I see two interpretations to this issue. The first is that the CEO is acting morally by taking the bonus, because he is under no moral obligation to provide his drugs to everyone who needs them. His only moral requirement is that he be willing to enter into trade with those who are willing to exchange a mutually agreed upon sum of money for his product. The second viewpoint that I also see with elements of objectivist thought behind it is an opposite viewpoint, and it would be that the CEO would be acting immoral by taking the bonus, because the guilt and remorse associated with depriving people of their life-saving drugs outweighs any benefit of receiving the $10 million. So basically it's a psychological burden that trumps the benefit of the bonus money. So this second interpretation of an objectivist type of reasoning begs a question. And that question is, where does the CEO's guilt and remorse actually come from? In this circumstance, under what framework is a rational person constructing their feelings of remorse? Because if you look at it from a life-affirming point of view, the fates of poor families have no effect on the CEO. It seems like Objectivism is using the CEO's emotional response to inequity as both the cause and effect of their moral reasoning. So I'd love to hear a response to this argument, to this question. So I'm going to throw that out into the Objectivist forum. Experts on the subject, I hope, will discuss, think about a way in on my question. Mr. McKeever, I've watched quite a few of your videos, and I can say you're quite, you put across quite a convincing argument using objectivist theory. So I would really appreciate your feedback on this particular issue. I'll be keeping an eye out for responses. Thanks very much.